morning, everyone. Today we are going to see a new lesson. This lesson, titled Veetil Aarokkeyundu, means who all are there in the house, introduces learners to conversational Malayalam through a dialogue that explores family roles, rural life, and agriculture in Kerala. The interaction between Mohan and Govindankutti provides vocabulary related to relationships, property, crops, and livelihoods, offering valuable insights into traditional village culture. So, by discussing topics such as land ownership, farming, and homestead activities, the lesson emphasizes the linguistic and cultural richness of Malayalam. So, before dwelling into the conversation, we will first review some basic vocabulary to ensure a better understanding of context. So, let's see the basic vocabulary. The first word is Achan, meaning father. Amma means mother. Sahodaran, that is brother. Aniyan, meaning younger brother. Chetan means elder brother. Sahodari, meaning sister. Aniyatti means younger sister. Veed means house. Todil, that is job. Purayidam, meaning homestead land. Vayal, meaning paddy field. Swat means property or wealth. Krishipani means farming or agriculture. Then comes Sarkar Joli, meaning government job. Business, same as business in English. Marachini, meaning tapioca. Vara means banana. Kurumulaga means pepper. Thenga means coconut. Vellerika meaning cucumber. Kattirika meaning brinjal. Venda means lady's finger. Mattengya meaning pumpkin. Kumblengya meaning ash gourd. Pavekya means bitter gourd. Muringekya means drumstick. Then comes Padavalengya means snake gourd. Chena, that is yam. Ekar means acre. Adutta Bendam meaning close relation. Pachakari, that means vegetables. Thotam means garden. Mudalali meaning landlord. So now you all understood some of the words you are going to see in today's conversation. So let's see the complete conversation once and we will analyze it sentence by sentence. So we know that there are two characters in the conversation, Mohan and Govindankutti. So let's see. മോഹൻ, ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, നാട്ടിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വന്തം വീടുണ്ടോ? മീൻസ് ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഡു യു ഓൾസോ ഹാവ് യുവർ ഓൺ ഹൗസ് ഇൻ ദ വില്ലേജ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഉണ്ട്. വീടും പുരയിടവും നിലവുമുണ്ട്. യെസ്, ഐ ഹാവ് എ ഹൗസ്, ലാൻഡ് ആൻഡ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി. മോഹൻ, വീട്ടിൽ ആരൊക്കെയുണ്ട്? ഹു ഓൾ ലിവ് ഇൻ ദ ഹൗസ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, അച്ഛനും അമ്മയും സഹോദരങ്ങളും. മൈ ഫാദർ, മദർ ആൻഡ് സിബ്ലിങ്സ്. മോഹൻ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എത്ര സഹോദരന്മാരുണ്ട്? ഹൗ മെനി ബ്രദേഴ്സ് ഡു യു ഹാവ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഒരനിയനും ഒരു ചേട്ടനും. വൺ യങ്ങർ ബ്രദർ ആൻഡ് വൺ എൽഡർ ബ്രദർ. മോഹൻ, സഹോദരിമാരില്ലേ? നോ സിസ്റ്റേഴ്സ്. ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഇല്ല, എനിക്ക് സ്വന്തം സഹോദരിമാരില്ല. പക്ഷേ അടുത്ത ബന്ധത്തിലൊരു അനിയത്തിയുണ്ട്. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് നോ, ഐ ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് സിസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് മൈ ഓൺ, ബട്ട് ഐ ഹാവ് എ കസിൻ സിസ്റ്റർ. മോഹൻ, നിങ്ങളുടെ അച്ഛൻ്റെ തൊഴിൽ എന്താണ്? വാട്ട് ഈസ് യുവർ ഫാദേഴ്സ് ഒക്യുപ്പേഷൻ? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, കൃഷിപ്പണി. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ഫാമിംഗ് ഓർ അഗ്രികൾച്ചർ. മോഹൻ, സർക്കാർ ജോലിയൊന്നും ഇല്ലേ? ഡസിൻ ഹി ഹാവ് എ ഗവൺമെൻറ് ജോബ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഇല്ല, മീൻസ് നോ. മോഹൻ, പിന്നെ കൃഷിയുടെ കൂടെ വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ബിസിനസ് ഉണ്ടോ? ഡസ് ഹി ഹാവ് എനി ബിസിനസ് എലോങ് വിത്ത് ഫാമിംഗ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഇല്ല, മീൻസ് നോ. മോഹൻ, അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്കും സ്വത്തൊക്കെ ധാരാളമുണ്ടോ? ദെൻ ഡു യു ഹാവ് എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഇല്ല, ഒരുപാടൊന്നും ഇല്ല. നോ, നോട്ട് മച്ച്. മോഹൻ, മൊത്തം എത്ര ഏക്കർ സ്ഥലമുണ്ട്? ഹൗ മച്ച് ലാൻഡ് ഡു യു ഹാവ് ഇൻ ടോട്ടൽ? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, 3.5 ഏക്കർ വയലുണ്ട്, പിന്നെ 1 ഏക്കർ പുരയിടവും ഉണ്ട്. 3.5 acres of paddy field and 1 acre of homestead land. മോഹൻ, പുരയിടത്തിൽ എന്തൊക്കെ കൃഷികളുണ്ട്? വാട്ട് ഓൾ ക്രോപ്സ് ആർ ഗ്രോൺ ഓൺ ദ ഹോംസ്റ്റെഡ് ലാൻഡ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, മരച്ചീനിയും വാഴയും കുരുമുളകും പിന്നെ 100-500 മൂട് തെങ്ങുകളുമുണ്ട്. ടപ്പിയോക്ക, ബനാന, പെപ്പർ ആൻഡ് മോർ ദാൻ 500 കോക്കനട്ട് പാം ട്രീസ് ആർ there. മോഹൻ, ആ തോട്ടത്തിൽ കുറേ മലക്കറികളുണ്ടോ? ആർ there a lot of vegetables in that garden? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഉണ്ട്. വെള്ളരിക്ക, കത്തിരിക്ക, വെണ്ട, മത്തങ്ങ, കുമ്പളങ്ങ, വഴുതനങ്ങ മുതലായ സാധാരണ പച്ചക്കറികളുണ്ട്. യെസ്, വി ഹാവ് കുക്കുംബർ, ബ്രിഞ്ചോൾ, ലേഡീസ് ഫിംഗർ, പംകിൻ, ആഷ് ഗ്രൗണ്ട് എമംഗ് അതർ കോമൺ വെജിറ്റബിൾസ്. മോഹൻ, തക്കാളിയും മുട്ടക്കോസും ഒന്നുമില്ലേ? വാട്ട് അബൌട്ട് ടൊമാറ്റോസ് ആൻഡ് ക്യാബേജ്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഇല്ല, അതൊന്നുമില്ല. പക്ഷേ വേറെ പലയിനം പച്ചക്കറികൾ ഉണ്ട്. നോ, വി ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് ദോസ്, ബട്ട് വി ഡു ഹാവ് മെനി അതർ കൈൻഡ്സ് ഓഫ് വെജിറ്റബിൾസ്. മോഹൻ, എന്തൊക്കെ? ലൈക്ക് വാട്ട്? ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, പാവയ്ക്ക, മുരിങ്ങയ്ക്ക, പടവലങ്ങ, ചേന, ചേമ്പ്, ബിറ്റർ ഗാർഡ്, ഡ്രം സ്റ്റിക്സ്, സ്നേക്ക് ഗാർഡ്, യാം ആൻഡ് ടാരോ. മോഹൻ, അതൊരു വലിയ തോട്ടമാണല്ലോ. നിങ്ങൾ മുതലാളി തന്നെ, സംശയമില്ല. ദാറ്റ്സ് ക്വൈറ്റ് എ ബിഗ് ഗാർഡൻ. യു ആർ certainly a landlord. No doubt about it. So let's discuss sentence by sentence. So the first sentence, ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, നാട്ടിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്കും സ്വന്തം വീടുണ്ടോ? വിച്ച് ഈസ് ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റ് ടു, ഗോവിന്ദൻകുട്ടി, ഡു യു ഓൾസോ ഹാവ് യുവർ ഓൺ ഹൗസ് ഇൻ ദ വില്ലേജ്? In this question, the speaker is posed a question if Govindankutti possesses his own house in the village. So in the structure, the subject Govindankutti is addressed in the vocative case. The word Natil means in the village, indicating the location being referred to. Ningalkum is a combination of Ningal means you and Kum, suggesting that the question applies to the person being addressed in comparison to others. Swandam means own and Veed refers to a house. Finally, the question undo form a meaning do you have or is there. So this sentence illustrates the politeness in conversational Malayalam. Then comes the next sentence, ഉണ്ട്, വീടും പുരയിടവും നിലവുമുണ്ട്, expresses an affirmative response to the question of whether the speaker owns a house, land and property. So in this sentence, ഉണ്ട്, which means yes or there is, to confirm the presence of the items mentioned. Then the word വീടും means house, പുരയിടവും refers to land or homestead, and നിലമുണ്ട് signifies property or possession. Then here the suffix links these nouns, suggesting that the speaker has all these things, that means house, land and property. The sentence is concise, straightforward and informative, conveying that the speaker indeed possesses a house, land and property. Then the next dialogue, വീട്ടിൽ ആരൊക്കെയുണ്ട്, which translate to who all are there in the house. It is a simple inquiry asking about the people present in a particular household. So in this sentence, which is consist of വീട്ടിൽ meaning in the house, where വീട്ടിൽ is a locative form of വീട് meaning house. Then ആരൊക്കെയുണ്ട് meaning who all are there. ആര് means who and ഒക്കെയുണ്ട് is a colloquial way of asking about the people or the presence of individuals in a place. The word ഒക്കെയുണ്ട് adds a sense of all or everyone being in the house. So this phrase is commonly used in casual conversations to inquire about the members of a household. Then the other phrase, അച്ഛനും അമ്മയും സഹോദരങ്ങളും, refers to the family members who live together in the house. So it is commonly used to describe the immediate family including the father, mother and siblings. The ending and yum serve to connect the nouns in an inclusive manner, indicating that all these family members are part of the household. So this phrase is often used in response to a question like വീട്ടിൽ ആരൊക്കെയുണ്ട്, which ask about the people living in the house. So it provides a concise and a clear description of the family structure, focusing on the core members of the household. Then the following sentence, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എത്ര സഹോദരന്മാരുണ്ട്, translate to how many brothers do you have in English. So in this sentence, it is a common question used to inquire about the number of brothers someone has in their family. It is formed by using നിങ്ങൾക്ക്, meaning you in a formal sense, followed by എത്ര, meaning how many, and സഹോദരന്മാരുണ്ട്, meaning brothers there are. So this is a question which is typically asked when someone wants to learn more about the family structure, specifically the number of male siblings. Then comes the following dialogue, ഒരു അനിയനും ഒരു ചേട്ടനും, which is used to describe the speaker's siblings, specifically indicating that the person has one younger brother and one elder brother. The word ഒരു denotes one and aniyan is used for younger male sibling, while ചേട്ടൻ refers to an elder brother. So this phrase provides a clear, concise way to talk about the age hierarchy among brothers in a family. Then the other sentence, സഹോദരിമാരില്ലേ, translate to no sisters or aren't there any sisters in English. So this question is used to find if someone has any sisters, typically after learning that they have brothers. The word സഹോദരിമാർ refers to sisters and ഇല്ലേ is used to turn a statement into a question, which implies the speaker is seeking confirmation or expressing surprise. So in a conversational context, if someone mentions having brothers, this question follows naturally to ask whether they have any sisters. And in this conversation, the speaker responds to a question about having sisters. The answer, ഇല്ല, എനിക്ക് സ്വന്തം സഹോദരിമാരില്ല, പക്ഷേ അടുത്ത ബന്ധത്തിലൊരു അനിയത്തിയുണ്ട്. That translate to no, I don't have any sisters for my own, but I have a cousin sister. So here the speaker first clarifies that they don't have any biological sisters, but they mention having a cousin who is a female. So specifically a younger cousin referred to as aniyati in Malayalam. So this highlights the speaker's familial relationships and provides insight into how they view close family members, particularly those who are not direct sibling but are still considered a part of the family unit. Next dialogue, നിങ്ങളുടെ അച്ഛൻ്റെ തൊഴിൽ എന്താണ്, is a straightforward question about someone's father's profession or work. It uses formal language indicated by the form you and is typically asked to learn more about a person's family background or livelihood. So the word achan refers to father and തൊഴിൽ means occupation or job. The structure of the question is simple with എന്താണ്, asking what is, which is to elicit information about the specific job or profession of the father. So this sentence exemplifies how in Malayalam questions regarding family and personal roles are commonly framed using straightforward vocabulary. And for that response, krishipani means farming or agriculture. So in this context, the individual is answering that their father's occupation is farming. And the word krishi refers to agriculture or farming, and pani means work or labor or job. So krishipani directly translates to farming work, and this is a common occupation in rural Kerala where agriculture plays a significant role in daily life and the economy. So it reflects the cultural and economic context of the region, emphasizing the importance of farming in sustaining livelihoods. Then the phrase Sarkar Joliyonnum Ille, that translates to doesn't he have a government job in English? So here Sarkar means government, Joli means job, and Onnum means none or nothing. So the word ille is a question used to confirm or ask if something is true, similar to asking isn't it or doesn't he in English. So in the context, the speaker is asking if person's father has a job in the government sector, possibly to compare it with farming as a means of livelihood. And the word illa in Malayalam translates to no or not in English, indicating a negative response. So in the context, when illa is used as a reply to the question, Sarkar Joliyonnumille, doesn't he have a government job? It simply means no, confirming that the person's father does not have a government job. And the following, the other sentence, പിന്നെ കൃഷിയുടെ കൂടെ വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ബിസിനസ് ഉണ്ടോ? Here the speaker is inquiring about whether the person has any other business or occupation in addition to farming. The word pinne refers to then or along with, establishing a connection between the two subjects in the question, farming and business. Krishi specifically refers to farming or agriculture, which is a common occupation in rural areas. The word kude indicating the association, suggesting that the speaker is asking if farming is accompanied by any other profession or business. Vere translate to any other, or while business means business or trade. Finally, undo is a question marker asking whether something exists or is present. Therefore, the sentence asks if the person is involved in any additional business or enterprise aside from farming, which is an important aspect of rural livelihood. So this type of question reflects a common curiosity about whether people engage in other forms of economic activity such as trade, service or small scale business to supplement their income. And for that response, illa meaning no is very simply and direct answer to the question about having any other business along with farming. So this indicates that the person does not have any additional business or occupation beyond farming. The use of illa effectively closes the inquiry, confirming that farming is their sole occupation of livelihood without any supplementary business. Then comes other question. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്കും സ്വത്തൊക്കെ ധാരാളമുണ്ടോ? That means, then do you have a lot of property? In this context, the person is asking if the individual has a significant amount of property or wealth. So the use of swattake refers to one's possession, including land, houses or valuable assets. Dharalam means a lot or plenty, indicating a large quantity or abundance. So the question is asking whether the person has considerable wealth or resources at their disposal, often in the form of property, land or other valuable assets. And for that response, illa, ഒരുപാടൊന്നും ഇല്ല, translate to no, not much at all in English. So in the context, the person is answering the question about whether they have a lot of property. So the use of illa means no, indicating a negative response. ഒരുപാടൊന്നും ഇല്ല emphasizes that they do not have much or anything significant, implying a lack of wealth or property. The phrase ഒരുപാടൊന്നും suggests that there is not a large amount of anything, reinforcing the idea that they do not possess much. The question മൊത്തം എത്ര ഏക്കറുണ്ട് is commonly asked to inquire about the total amount of land that a person owns. So the word mottam means total or entire, and etra means how much. The term acre is a unit of measurement for land commonly used in regions like India, which is equivalent to 0.4047 hectares or about 43,560 square feet. So sthalam refers to land or place. So when someone asks this question, they are seeking to know the overall extent or size of the land owned by the individual, often in acres. So it is a standard way to understand the scale of someone's property or land holdings. So in the given statement, 3.5 acre വയലുണ്ട്, പിന്നെ 1 acre പുരയിടവുമുണ്ട്. Here Govindankutti describes that extent of land that he has. He mentioned that he has 3.5 acres of paddy fields which are primarily used for farming rice. So in addition to paddy fields, he also owns 1 acre of homestead land. So in homestead land likely includes space for his house and other domestic uses, possibly with small scale cultivation or a garden. So this reveals that his family has a significant amount of land, although it is not specified whether it is used solely for agriculture or also for other purpose. So the statement provides insight into the land holding and gives a sense of the scale of his family's property in the village. Then the following dialogue we can see, the പുരയിടത്തിൽ എന്തൊക്കെ കൃഷികളുണ്ട്. Translate to what crops are there in the homestead land. In response to this, Govindankutti mentions various crops that are cultivated on the homestead land, and these include മരച്ചീനിയും വാഴയും കുരുമുളകും പത്തഞ്ഞൂറ് തെങ്ങുമൂടും. So here it translates to tapioca, banana, pepper and more than 500 coconut palms. So this gives an idea of diverse crops being grown in the homestead land. So tapioca, also known as cassava. Tapioca is a root vegetable commonly cultivated in tropical areas, and bananas are a staple fruit crop. Pepper is a spice grown for its economic value, and coconut palms are very important source of food, oil and other products. So together these crops indicate a well-rounded agricultural practice focused on both food and economic crops. Then the other dialogue, ആ തോട്ടത്തിൽ കുറേ മലക്കറികളുണ്ടോ. Translate to, are there a lot of vegetables in that garden. So in response, Govindankutti mentions that the types of vegetables cultivated in the garden. So he says ഉണ്ട്. വെള്ളരിക്ക, കത്തിരിക്ക, വെണ്ട, മത്തങ്ങ, കുമ്പളങ്ങ, വഴുതനങ്ങ മുതലായ സാധാരണ പച്ചക്കറികളുണ്ട്. That means, yes, we have cucumber, brinjal, lady's finger, pumpkin, ash ground, eggplant among as common vegetables. So this response highlights a variety of commonly grown vegetables such as cucumber, brinjal, lady's finger, pumpkin and ash gourd, all of which are staples in many home gardens in tropical regions. So these vegetables are essential for daily cooking and are also popular in local diets. Here Govindankutti mentions that his garden has a variety of common vegetables which include cucumber, brinjal, lady's finger, pumpkin, ash gourd and snake gourd. So these vegetables are staples in Kerala and other tropical regions, commonly used in everyday cooking. So cucumber and brinjal are often used in salads and curries, while lady's finger, pumpkin and ash gourd are integral to a variety of traditional dishes. Snake are known for its distinct shape and is very popular ingredient in Kerala vegetable stews and curries. So the variety of vegetables reflect the richness of homegrown produce in rural areas and diversity of ingredients used in regional cuisines. Then the other question, തക്കാളി മുട്ടക്കൂസും ഒന്നും ഇല്ലേ. That means, what about tomatoes and cabbage? In this context, the speaker is inquiring whether tomatoes are grown in the garden as well, which are commonly cultivated vegetables in many households. Tomatoes are often used in a variety of dishes such as curries, salads and chutneys, while cabbage is a versatile vegetable used in stew, stir fries and salads. So both are commonly grown in home gardens due to their culinary uses and nutritional values. The question suggests an interest in the variety of vegetables grown in the garden. And in response to that dialogue, we can see ഇല്ല അതൊന്നുമില്ല പക്ഷേ വേറെ പലയിനം പച്ചക്കറികൾ ഉണ്ട്. Translate to no, there are none of those, but there are many other kinds of vegetables. So this response suggests that while tomatoes and cabbage are not grown in that garden, there is a variety of other vegetables cultivated. So it implies us that the garden is diverse with different vegetables that may be unique or uncommon compared to typical varieties like tomatoes and cabbage. So this could indicate a focus on more traditional or region specific vegetables that are well suited to local climate and culinary preferences. Then the following question, endoke, translate to what all or what kind of things in English. So it is a question asking for a list or further detail typically used to inquire about items or specifies. So in the context of a conversation about vegetables, endoke would be asking for more information about the types of vegetables grown. So in the garden, there are various types of vegetables and root crops that are commonly grown in Kerala. So some of the notable ones include pavekka, means bitter gourd, known for its distinct bitter flavor, often used in curries, and muringekka, the drumstick tree, whose long slender pods are a key ingredient in dals, soups. Then padavalanga or snake gourd, which is frequently used in curries, chena, which refers to yam, a starchy root vegetable which is also commonly cooked in curries or fried, and cheb or taro, another root vegetable enjoyed in stews, curries or as a fried snack. So these vegetables contribute to the rich diversity of the garden and are an essential part of the local cuisine. In the sentence, Mohan makes a comment about the size of the Govindangutti's garden, saying that that's quite a big garden and you are certainly a landlord and no doubt about it. So here the phrase അതൊരു വലിയ തോട്ടമാണല്ലോ emphasizes the size of the garden, implying that it is extensive and impressive. So the term Mudalali means landlord is used here to indicate that Govindangutti must be someone who owns a significant amount of land, implying prosperity and status. And the use of samshayamilla, no doubt about it, adds a tone of certainty and admiration. So this sentence reflects a casual yet respectful acknowledgement of Govindangutti's wealth and land ownership, which is an important aspect of rural life in Kerala. And the language here is conversational and conveys both admiration and respect for Govindangutti's success. For the conclusion, in this conversation between Mohan and Govindangutti, they two discuss personal and family matters in a casual yet respectful tone, with Mohan asking about Govindangutti's home, family and occupation. The language used is conversational Malayalam, providing insight into family structures, occupations and land ownership in rural Kerala. When Mohan asks if Govindangutti has his own house, the response highlights the importance of having a home, land and property in rural life. So here the family structure is discussed, with Govindangutti mentioning his father, mother and siblings. The use of terms like Achan, Amma, Chetan and Aniyan reflects the hierarchical family relationship. The conversation then shifted to Govindangutti's father's occupation, which is farming, and his lack of government job. So the discussion about land ownership further underscores the significance of agriculture in rural Kerala, with Govindangutti's owning 3.5 acres of paddy field and 1 acre of homestead land. So the exchange illustrates how language reflects cultural values, with the terms for family members, occupation and land playing a central role in this dialogue. Moreover, the phrases like who all are there and how many show how to gather information in conversation, while expressions like do you have help talk about what someone owns. So by practicing these type of sentences, you can better navigate real life discussions about family, property and daily activities in Malayalam. So I hope you may understand this lesson, and if you have any doubts or need any clarification regarding this, we can discuss further. So today's session is winding up here. See you all in the next class. So have a good day. Thank you all.